thermostat housing. And you can see the two gaskets. One comes around here, the other one separates all these oil channels right here. Pretty complicated little buggers. And the last one I bought, it didn't have his gaskets in there. It should have had gaskets, didn't, but you can see that it also has all 8 of its little metal rings. Very good thing. Better quality. I think this guy cost more, but so be it. This is from FCP Euro. All these parts are from, well, other than the kit, those are all from FCP Euro. So, okay, I'm going to slip this guy back in here. We'll tighten it down. You notice that the sensors that I pulled out last time are not in here. I took it out with the sensors in and then pulled them out, but this one I'm going to put the sensors in after because I don't want to wrestle around with this and end up marring it or damaging the gaskets or something. So here we go. Try and keep it way back away from everything and just set it straight forward so that it rests right in there. Let's see if I can get a couple of the screws in there. All right, let's see if this one. Okay, that one is started. Grab this real quick. Okay, that one started in there. In there. This is the one that didn't have the jacket in it last time, so hopefully I can look forward to it working well. Trying to remember where this one thick one is. Is it the one right in the middle? Probably. There. That one. Dun, dun, dun. And on and roll. Oh, Okay, all I need to do is go through and tighten them all down. Starting with the one in the middle. Okay. Go down to the lower corner. Go to the upper corner. Can't see it. Clean up after myself a little bit so that I can actually work. There we go. Okay. Come up to this upper one here. Go down to the lower corner here. Okay. This is the middle one on the outside. And the middle one on the bottom. Okay, now middle one on the top side of the pipe right here. Oops. After this, I will go through all of them one more time, torque them down. Again, probably, I'm just guessing, probably like 9 Newton meters. That's pretty much what all of these ones are. The same size bolt, same size torque. Okay, that is a good start. The exact same pattern. past it. Good. 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 Middle one on the side. Middle one on the bottom. And the middle one on the top. There we go. Done with that part. Okay, take the little ring. I'm going to add a little bit of Sil Glide to that as well. A nice thin coating. Slip it over and slip it on. Just going to tighten the screw in here. Ooh. Yeah, and before I do anything else, I have to remember to put the sensors back in here. Should be open all the way through there. Well, I just came over there to turn the camera off and I realized that it's not actually on, so sorry. I put the sensors on, reattached the lower radiator hose and the upper coolant pipe right there, and I put the sensor back on over here for the thermostat. So I think what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and put this oil filter in here, because if I don't, I'm going to forget and that'll be not great. So slap it down in there like that, press it on, and then as you turn it on there, it'll snap it right down tight into place. I don't remember what size this is. I want to say maybe it's a 32 mil. I don't have any of my 32 mils out here, and I'm just going to use the 15-inch crescent wrench. I don't know how old this thing is, but it is fantastic. I do use the socket when I'm opening it, because it's usually a little more difficult to open than it is to close it. There we go. Doesn't have to be super tight, just snug. And that is going to be a very short-lived oil filter, because as soon as I fire this thing back up again, then it's going to get fired up, validate that it's functioning, and then the oil's going to get drained out of it. It's going to get changed. So I'm going to put a second oil filter in there in relatively short order. Feels like there's a whole bunch that still needs to be done, but really we're getting pretty darn close. So this one goes this way, this one goes this way, but I don't think I really want them to be that tall. Is there any value in them being that tall? I think so necessarily. I'll shorten them up a little bit. Has to be tall enough that it can reach. So this right here has a limited distance, and it connects up to that sensor that drops into the top there, and that's how tall it is. And the sensor would be up here. Feels too tall. Feels too tall. I think I'll cut a good inch off of it. It's good to keep it down a little bit anyway, because it'll be easier to burp it when I fill it back up with coolant. So yeah, these hoses are not set up just plug and play. You got to trim them off so that you get a good fit. So okay, so this is my 4th evening of working on this, and yes, it is still raining. So much fun. Okay, as I mentioned previously, I'm going to trim this down, take about an inch off of here, and then I'll start working on getting this bypass set up. There we go. Took an inch off of it, approximately. Good hosing. That's positive. That should be good. Amazing how much hose they actually provided, considering that doesn't really need that much. Not even close. It looks like this thing went in there kind of 90 degrees from where it is now. It's kind of weird, so I guess you could put it in either direction and it wouldn't really matter too much. As long as it's in there about here. That way this thing can connect onto it properly. So, let's see. I want to trim this guy about like that. Okay. I'm gonna need a couple of those clamps. Oh, they gave us really big clamps too. Definitely don't need something that's that big. Alright, a little bit of silk glide on the inside of this guy to help get it to run smoothly. Off for right now. I'll just sit it over there. So it's still loose on that end. So this right now sits yay high. Well, actually, that's probably not too bad. I'll trim about 1/4 of an inch or so off of it. Okay. we go. That should bypass as intended. See how high that one went. Just to make sure that this isn't going to be sticking up too far. No, it should be all right. It's about the same. It's always hard to tell how high the intake will go over top of it. Wow, this thing is just really not working well tonight. Actually, just realized that I forgot to take the dipstick back out again. So I had pulled this thing out, or put this thing back in while I was cleaning up the front of the engine, so that I didn't have a chance of getting moisture or chemicals or anything down into that big old opening straight into the oil pan. But it's still in harm's way if I don't move it back out of the way again. So yeah, come on. Okay. It's nice and snug. Slap it in here. There you go. Now this little guy here just clips right on. Once it gets put back in its spot, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh, just like that. Simple, simple. Okay, I think I just need to put the intake manifold back on at this point. So here's the intake manifold, and on this intake manifold, I need to place all 12 of its little gaskets. So here are 3 of the rectangular ones. Just gotta squeeze them back down in there. They have little ridges all over the place in order to kind of keep them firmly aligned. So you just gotta carefully work it around and get them into those little spaces. Make sure they're seated well, and you shouldn't have any problems. Stick up just a little bit. A couple more of those rectangulars. Circulars. I have them all in the same bag, but they come separated. Mine, for whatever reason, the round ones came all grouped up in a single bag, and the rectangles were each in their own bag. So that seemed a little bit time intensive to deal with, ripping open a bag every time I needed to put one of these in. So I just took care of it ahead of time and stuck them all in one bag so that I could easily take care of this when the time came. Funny enough, the first time around, I did not realize that there were 6 round ones and 6 rectangles. I thought they were just six rounds, and so I bought a set of 6 rounds and did not buy any rectangles at all. And it turned out that I needed 6 and 6, but at the time I did not have time to wait on a second delivery, so I pulled all the rectangles, conditioned them, cleaned them, conditioned them, and reused them, and they worked fine. So they actually were really in good condition this time as well. But if you're going to pull it all apart like this, you might as well go into it with the hopes that you don't have to redo it for a long time, in which case you might as well put new gaskets on it. Increases your odds of that happening, and it increases your odds of them lasting for however long until you need to take it off for some other reason. At least I think so. So there you go. Okay. Now I'm going to pull the covers off of here. Have little claws over top of them to keep them from getting gunkified. And they have served their purpose. Thank you for serving so well. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of cleaner on there just to make sure there's nothing marring up the surface. These surfaces do stay pretty damn clean, amazingly. But never hurts to just clean them up a little bit. Okay, okie day. The moment of truth. Here we go. Push all this stuff back out of the way. As much as possible, anyway. Get that underneath there. goes behind there. There we go. And it is too high. Okay, well now I know. Too high on this side. It comes up too fast. So I need to trim a little bit more off of it, more like the inch that I took the other one off. That's what I need to take this one off. So now I know. Forward. Oh, cut off a whole section that I had with the seal glide on it. Just a little bit, a little bit. Work it all the way around in there. Just get that back on here again. There we go. That is exactamundo. Okay, tighten this side back up again. Okay. Quite excellent. Now, I need to put bolts back in here. And quite nicely, some of these have way more clearance than they had previously, so I guess that's a benefit. At least they have more vertical clearance. Put the lid back on this. I'm very good at leaving the lid off of that, setting it someplace where it can get squished and is likely to get squished, and then promptly squishing it. I'm not tightening those at all, I'm just threading them down. Okay, just threading them down. Okay, grab all the rest of these intake bolts, and I'm going to put all the rest of them on with this guy because it worked so well getting them out. I did not have this tool when I first started this job last time, but I bought the tool while during the job simply because I had dropped a couple of things down into the abyss and I really needed them to come back out again. And thankfully they did, not without a bunch of drama, possibly They're not suitable for TV words, but for the most part, it worked out okay. I think there was actually one bolt that I was never able to recover, but I did recover it this time, which was nice. Even though I still don't need it, I have it. Okay, that one is in the hole. It's probably a very bad idea to do this over top of the abyss. Let me see where I need to put the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, sliding. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. 5. I think this is the last one, number 6. Way back here on the back corner. Right. What am I hitting? It's like oh, there we go. It seemed like it was an invisible barrier. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correctamundo. I think that 7th one I thought was in there was actually connected to a bracket. It's just on the inside of it. 4 more. Oh yeah, those are quite visible. That's 1. Big cavern underneath there now. Two. Three. Very visible. And the 4th one is just in front of the cross tube there. There we go. Oops. Almost. I took it right back out with me. There we go. Now it's in there. So now, see if I can reach down, get these started by hand. Now I'm threading them down just so that they're finger tight. There we go. And be really careful not to cross thread these little guys. If they don't go by hand, then you need to back it up, realign, and try again. Because if you cross thread these suckers, you are not going to be having a good day. Let go. There we go. That side is finger tightened. Two. Three. 4. And I think number 5 is right back here. And 6. Okay. Looks a little silly, but it should work. Oops. Where am I trying to see to? There we go. That's where I'm trying to see to. Right. Okay. Across to the other side. Okay. Go back here. This one. Up here to this one. Just kind of going in a cross pattern here. Notice okay, those are tightened. I'm gonna do this side, and then I'll go back, do that side, then I'll come back and do this side again. Uh-oh. Don't be careless now. Oh. Oh. Ouch, that's not the right direction. Okay. That's 3. Come over to this side. Come on. Four. Five. And oops. Where's that last one? Right here. that is reattached. Good, 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 good. Before I do anything else, I should put the vacuum hoses back on the front end. Take this off, put it back on here so that it doesn't fly away somewhere. That side. Fuel line. Alright, let's put this guy back on. So I'll take these two screws out here. So it goes right in here. Okay, that side is good. All right. Put this in. Okay, good, good, good. Okay. Ooh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, here we go. Goes right here on the bottom of this. There we go. But this one definitely went into the side of the EGR, which is not there anymore. So I'm gonna double check on that to see if that is something I need to worry about. Might be. This goes right here. In the front. What do I do with my... I grab the needle nose pliers so I can slip on that and hang to it. Ooh, not happy. It's being a little stinker. There we go. That is on there. This one, goes on right here. which connects right here, but now there's not a second connection spot. Actually, was it the high or the low? There were two of them. There was this one. Oh, this one goes over here. That one's not an issue. This one was definitely right here. So I will get this reattached. Feels like it'll be fine. It's not heavy enough, I think, to be a problem. This one's interesting. Might just pinch it off. Looks eminently pinchable. Okay. Yeah, that little bracket goes there. Just like so. Yep. I have 1, 2, 3 more. Three more spots. And this has 2, which connects just like this across the back. So I need to double check the routing of what's going across there. Make sure I have it laying down reasonably well, because the stuff that there's some stuff that goes underneath that tray and some stuff that goes over top / through that tray. So it's important to get the stuff that goes underneath it before you put it back in. Otherwise, you're going to be pulling it back out again, and that's a pain. So this big bundle of wires right here, that's what lays through the main part of the tray. This here lays through this smaller section right here, and then this guy in the back here lays right just across here. And this hole lines up with this little vent hole right here. So that's kind of how you have to get it back together again. And then there are a few things that go underneath it. So first of all, I'm going to grab this little guy here, which connects somewhere. Somewhere it does connect. This piece protects the rear of the engine from heat. That goes right like that. And where do you connect, little guy? Oh, did I get something stuck down there? No, that should be down there. Yeah, that should be down there. Oh, bugger me. Okay. These guys go in here. This one here. That one goes there. This one goes here. Oh, there we go. So this is an underneath one. fuel line, which connects up down here. Ooh. Snarky. There we go. Okay, fuel line on. Just need to tighten it down. It's going to take a little while. This is the high pressure line, so we have to make sure that we tighten it down nice and good. There we go. Excellent. And then there is a little clip for it right here, I believe is, wait, where are you? Oh, here we go. It goes toward the back. And that is one of my three. So that must not have had anything in it. I mean, they have all these holes that don't get used for anything. Just to make us nervous that we forgot something. I know myself well enough to know that I absolutely could have forgotten something, and I'd never remember what it was. So, okay, so this is going to run underneath here. I'm going to go way down low. Low. Underneath here. Just go underneath all this stuff. Actually, this looks like it goes above that. There we go. That is in. Great. And I think it has a little clippy. So on the underside of here, it has this little clip. And that is for that particular hose or cord wire bundle. That one clips into something. This one is the other one that goes along there. And that clips in just like that. So I have this one and this one that clip right here and here. Should not have attached that yet, but I did, so hopefully it'll stay put. The fuel injectors are all clipped in, that's good. But I still have a couple of clips and I'm not sure they are for. Why? What am I missing? That one goes there with the hose that connects up to it. Which is this one right here. Oh, duh. That big tan one is for the back of the EGR, so I don't even need that one. That one does not connect up to anything this time around. And it doesn't stick up either, it actually goes down low. So let me move this around here, slip it down into the bottom space, which is where it was before. It just doesn't have anything attached to it now. That'll work. I'm getting closer. This tube here comes down here, as does this one. They're on top of each other. So the only thing I don't have connected is this. And for the love of all things, I cannot remember what attaches there. But we're gonna find out. All right. That hose clips right down in there. And looks like something attaches here, but there's nothing to attach there. It's just weird. Not going to attach that yet. Okay. Tray. No, not tray. I'm going to go around the other side. Let's check and see what needs to be attached on this side.